me. Like how cool is that?
Yeah, that's
So,
phenomenal.
Loved it. Absolutely loved the experience, and met some awesome people. Brad Butcher, Tory Dark, Duncan Toombs, just
Yep.
to name a few. Some really lifetime memories and friendships have been made for sure.
Now, you said that you want to keep the momentum going, which I love. And speaking of Duncan, you're actually going to be performing with him while you're here in Tamworth.
Yeah, that's at the Capitol Theatre on Friday night. I think it's 7 or 7:30. Come 7, we'll go 7. Go earlier. And yeah, I absolutely privileged to be a part of it. I gave him a ring one day. I said, it's happening, catch up. And he goes, you coming to Tamworth? I said, yeah, absolutely I am. And he's like, oh, I got a gig for you. And so yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed to be a part of it.
Yeah, so how has the festival been for you so far? Because is this your first
This
festival?
is my third. I've actually been here and had an interview with you guys. When I was here in 2019 for the Academy, I was part of Catherine Britt's team, and we came in and had a wee shindig. It was good. I came back in 2020, and then I haven't been back since for obvious reasons. But yeah, so this is my third time in, but it kind of does feel like the first. I'm giving it everything a go. I've got some pretty awesome shows that I've done and coming up. So yeah, I feel like it's my debut into Tamworth.
Yeah, and I mean, what's been a highlight so far?
Last night, actually, I did the music for McGrath, for the McGrath Foundation, and I'd only just learned about it since coming to Tamworth. I think it's an amazing foundation, and I was absolutely privileged to be a part of it. And the concert was incredible. Band was tight, sound was amazing, crowd was even more amazing. Great vibes. It was just, yes, this is what I want to do. I love this. This is great. So far, my highlight.
And the Tamworth Town Hall was the location for that?
Yeah.
And it's a special venue, isn't it?
Isn't it just like it sounds incredible. Like I got a quick opportunity to go and watch Duncan performing his set, and out the front is incredible.
Yeah.
Loved it.
No, it's a beautiful, beautiful venue, and yeah, pretty special night last night for Music for McGrath. Now, you brought your guitar in with you, which I'm always excited when I see an artist turn up. They've got a guitar. It means we're going to get a song. Now, I have been asking everyone their sort of stories about their guitars. Is there one behind this one? Because it's a beautiful looking Cole Clark. I can see the Cole Clark there.
Yeah, this is my Cole Clark Angel 3, and in 2019 I brought it from Tamworth.
Really?
Yeah, I came over with a beautiful maiden, and it was a nice guitar, and I walked into the music store just to be nosy, as I do, and I saw this thing hanging up rather high for a very good reason. And I was like, can I have a turn on that one? And I came back in day after day, probably like 3, 4, 5 days. I came in and tried and just playing this guitar because I really wanted it. Mum to the rescue. She helped me buy the guitar, and I was able to tape it to my current guitar case at the time. I went and grabbed 3 rolls of tape from the hardware store and taped it up.
Really?
Yeah, and took it home.
There you
Went
go.
home, sold the mate, and this has been my baby ever since.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. Wow. So it's well travelled.
It is well travelled, but I just feel like that story is pretty awesome. I brought it from here, bringing it back. Since being here, I've taken it back to Capital Music and got Shaz and Ash to have a look at it, and yeah, it was quite cool. Got a
nice.
wee video of it and all that. It was cool.
Oh, awesome. So what are you going to perform for us this morning?
I'd love to perform you my current single, Freight Train. It's doing pretty well. It's doing better than I thought it would. So I'm pretty proud of it. It's about my fiance. She owns a bar. Well, she owned a bar. We've just sold it.
Well, the move coming up.
For sure. And I'd be sitting at the bar and I'd watch her come out of wherever she was coming from. It's like, damn, yeah, that's my girl. And this is the song I wrote about it. So this is Freight Train. Out on one Friday night, just hanging with the boys. throwing darts and shooting pool. You know how it goes. To that very moment when you walked on through the door, you stole my heart without a sound and left me wanting more. You hit me like a freight train in the middle of the night, full steam ahead with no one else inside, tied to the tracks of your love. You had me working 5 till 9 on overtime for a chance to catch my breath, because the sight of you stole it away. You hit me like a freight train. You hit me like a freight train. Sitting here thinking about all the things that I could say. I hold back 'cause I don't wanna make you walk away. 'Cause I could see you in my arms while we're dancing in the rain, and hold you close so you will never feel any pain. Like a freight train in the middle of the night, full steam ahead with no one else inside, tied to the tracks of your love. Had me working 5 till 9 on overtime for a chance to catch my breath, because the sight of you stole it away. You hit me like a freight train. You hit me like a freight train. Now we're both locked eyes, and I can't disguise the way that I feel for you. So I take a stand and grab your hand to say, you hit me like a freight train in the middle of the night, full steam ahead with no one else inside, tied to the tracks of your love. You had me working 5 till 9 on overtime for a chance to catch my breath, because the sight of you stole it away. You hit me like a freight train. You hit me like a freight train.
How about that? What an incredible acoustic performance. Freight Train. I know we've featured that song here on 2TM, and I interviewed you last year about that song. And I was sitting here just taking that in. And I mean, when you hear a song performed live, it's always extra special, especially when it's just sort of stripped back raw vocals, acoustic guitar. But it also just made me appreciate the fact, and this is what I love about festival, is in this job, you get to interview and chat to some amazing people. And sometimes those amazing people aren't in the country and they're overseas.
Not for long.
But it's so nice to finally, after all these years, because I've spoken to you a few times, just to have you sitting opposite me and sharing a conversation. It's really special. So
no, it's a special experience for me, and I appreciate you having me here. Thank you very much.
And I'm sure it won't be the last time that we'll be.
I'm going to try and make it not the last time, that's for sure. I'm going to do my absolute best.
Now, we'll take a quick break on the extended edition of The Breakfast Show this morning, and we'll come back because I know there's a big showcase that you'd like to have a chat about, Jaydin. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of our festival coverage here on 2TM after this.
Tell you if they don't want to eat their greens and if they don't want to wear that skirt. But they won't tell you if they have trouble seeing because they won't know. But 1 in 5 kids suffer from vision problems and this can affect behaviour. Eye Care Plus optometrists are trained to give eye exams specially designed for children, even before they can read. So call in and see Andrew Greer at Eye Care Plus in Peel Street, Tamworth today. Eye Care Plus, their experience, not expensive.
Have you got your 2025 Country Music Festival official guide yet? It's your ultimate source for everything you need to know. Daily schedules, concert details, artist lineup, venue info, and the only A to Z directory of artists and venues. Don't miss a thing during the festival. Grab your copy from selected stockists today. Want to know where to find one? Visit tcmf.com.au for all the details. Get your official guide and stay in the know for the best country music experience.
Tamworth Equine Veterinary Centre is a full-service equine hospital with a reputation for dedicated expert care in the heart of the Northwest Pleasure and Performance Horse region. Tamworth Equine Veterinary Centre in King George Avenue, or find them on Facebook.
Here's this week's specials from Celebrations. Tooheys Extra Dry Stubs, $48. Sky Vodka, 700ml, $46. And Yellowtail Wine Range, 3 for $27 or $10 each. These and many more specials from Celebrations, Tamworth, Gunnedah and Scone. Open 7 days.
Introducing the Arvo Sweet Treat Macca's Run, featuring the McCafe Iced Coffee range with hazelnut, caramel and iced mocha. So, Macca's Run? Available for a limited time.
1287 2TM. Tamworth's best festival coverage thanks to McDonald's. Check out the interactive McDonald's space in Fitzroy Street with plenty of merchandise and prizes to be won. This is Tamworth's best festival coverage. 1287 2TM.
And still with me in the breakfast show this morning in the 2TM studio, all the way from New Zealand, Jaydin Shingleton, and my special guest co-host, Darren Gillis. Now, Jaydin, you were just quickly saying off air, and I hope you don't mind me mentioning this, but you did busk on Peel Street.
I have, yeah. I mean, hey, look, everyone says, you know, a lot of people have cut their teeth on the busking street, and so back in 2020, I came over and gave it a go, and I figured out pretty quickly that it's a marathon, not a sprint. I think I did it for 2 days, in and out of aircon, probably less water and more of stuff I shouldn't have been drinking at the same time, and it became crook extremely fast. So this year I'm really pacing myself, taking rest breaks, you know, especially for someone who isn't used to 36 degrees heats as a as a casual everyday thing. I'm not used to this temperature, so
yeah. Well, it was nice at the start of the festival. We actually had some cooler weather, and then it's just ramped up into the stereotypical weather that we know.
I must have brought it with me on the plane, because when I got out the plane, it was nice and cool, and I was like, "Yeah, this is nice. I can do this." Stay like this, Tamworth.
And not the case. Not the case.
No.
But I was going to say too, comparing it to 2020, you're probably busier than ever.
For sure. Like, I mean, I came over in 2020 and I think I did maybe one concert, so I thought I'd pack it full of busking. But this time I've got more shows, and I don't have time to do the busking. Like, I've done the Fan Zone, I did the McGrath concert, just walking up the street talking to friends that I've met here and there. They're like, "Oh, come and do this with me," and it's just the calendar's slowly filling up, and it's great because this is what I've come here for. Come to do music. So this time round I am a lot busier, so taking those much needed breaks is extremely important.
Now, Friday's going to be a very busy day for you, because at 10 a.m. At the Tamworth Town Hall, you're going to be back in that special venue for the New Zealand Showcase. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, the Gold Guitar Awards is our inaugural prestigious awards in New Zealand, and we're bringing the best of the best who have either been a part of it, they've won it. Myself, I've won the New Zealand Gold Guitars, and Amy Maynard, she's front and centre on the poster. She's our current winner. I judged her into that position. She's incredible. She sings Broken Wings. The broken wings. She hits the notes every time, the big notes, and it's exceptional. Wow. Yeah, I could rave about that girl all day. The concert is going to be incredible. I'm going to be there as well. It's going to be great.
Yeah, so you can grab tickets to that one. So go to the entertainment venues website for that. And then again, we mentioned earlier that you'll also be at the Capitol Theatre on Friday evening with Duncan Toombs.
It's going to be a busy day Friday. So playing with Duncan on the Friday night. I've actually never been to the Capitol Theatre, so I think I'm going to be in for a treat.
It's a nice venue as well.
You were saying you were there last night?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that and just performing in front of, I'm pretty sure it's a sold-out show. I think Duncan said last night there's 3 tickets left.
There you go.
So how about that?
Yeah, let's sell those tickets this morning.
Yeah, let's do it.
And make it a sold-out show. Now, Darren, you've been sitting here and you listened to Jaydin perform. Do you have any questions for him? Have you been taking this all in?
Oh, mate, that's an exceptional performance, mate. But
thank you very much.
I think there's something like about 500 buskers, and I'm sure there's a lot listening. From your experience, what advice would you give them as an up-and-comer?
Sing like no one's there, and also sing like there is people there, no matter if there isn't people there, I think, is what I was supposed to say originally. There may not be anyone standing in front of you, but there are people walking past left, right and centre, and if you can sing that one song, to catch them and bring them in, then that's all you got to do, you know. It's not about seeing the person down the road who's got 100 people standing in front of them. It's because they've just done the same thing. They've caught someone with the right song. Just keep singing and they'll be there. Yeah, for sure.
Excellent.
No, it's again marathon.
Yeah,
not a sprint.
Yes, and keep hydrated.
Very. Absolutely.
That's the other thing. Because have you been doing a bit of busking yourself, Darren?
Yeah, I've done a bit of busking and done some stage stuff as well, which has been awesome. But it is. Yeah, it's important to keep that hydration up.
And I've found personally, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but staying away from aircon, I know that sounds silly, considering you just told us it's going to be 36, 38.
Yeah, I think the thing that does it is when you're going in and out, you're going from cold, like something cold, then out into the heat. It's that fluctuation, that change of temperature that really can do it to you too.
I find it dries me out. So, I think I drank 3 litres of water yesterday and I was... it disappeared. I don't know where it went. Your body needs it. So make sure you're staying hydrated. For
Fantastic. Sure. Well, if people want to stay up to date with you, Jaydin, and what's to come, because I've got a feeling 2025 is going to be a very big year.
That's my goal. I'm going to make it as absolutely musical as possible. That's the whole reason for coming over here to Australia and pushing myself to the absolute max. So new music, anything that's related to me singing, you're going to find that on Jaydin Shingleton Music. On all over that's on all the socials, and then it's just Jaydin Shingleton on any streaming platforms that you like to listen to your music to.
Wonderful, and that is Jaydin with an I.
Yes, Jaydin. Thank you, Mum. Making things difficult, man.
Well, it's been a real treat to have you in the studio with us, and thanks for coming back to 2TM. And
thank you.
Look forward to seeing you out and about and around the place during the festival, and hopefully, catching up in the not too distant future again.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome.
And our festival coverage is proudly brought to you this year by McDonald's, and we've got plenty more of it coming your way here on 1287 2TM, Tamworth's Best.
Hey, Dan here. Join me weekday afternoons from 1pm for Afternoons with Dan, where we chat to locals to find out what's going on in the region, plus play the greatest hits from the 70s, 80s and 90s.